San Francisco 49ers could become the latest NFL franchise to sell a minority stake to investors. CNBC Sports' Michael Ozanian confirming the Niners are looking to sell a 10% stake at a more than $9 billion valuation, which would be the highest for any NFL team doing such deals. The NFL has seen a streak of transactions following the approval last year of private equity groups and other wealthy investors. The Eagles explored selling to private equity before choosing high net worth investors, valuing that team at $8.3 billion, the Super Bowl champs, of course. The Miami Dolphins hit an $8.1 billion valuation after selling stakes to Ares Management and the Alibaba co-founder Joe Tsai. CNBC reached out to the team, the 49ers that is, and they have had no comment at this time. For more on the business of sports, though, and sports investing, let's bring in Atlanta Falcons limited partner, venture capitalist Rashaun Williams, and the former AMB Sports and Entertainment CEO and Vice Chairman Steve Cannon. AMB Sports and Entertainment is comprised of the Atlanta Falcons, of the NFL, the MLS, Atlanta United FC, among other entities, including the stadium, Mercedes-Benz. It's great to have both of you here.
Great to be here.
Great to be here.
When I saw at the corner of my eye when I was reading the story about the Niners and the valuation, you're sort of shaking your head in like almost disbelief that these numbers are getting so big.
I'm really excited about the asset class, sports in general.
Yeah.
And the numbers are big because the revenue numbers are large. The multiples are staying the same. You're looking at 10, 11 times revenue for NBA, NFL teams, 6 times revenue for Major League Baseball teams. So it's a direct correlation between revenue and valuation. It's not just growing in isolation.
As long as you've got the popularity, Steve, of something like the NFL, media properties like our company and others continue to pay top dollar for it, what's going to stop valuation? And by the way, the scarcity and the demand for stakes in these teams, if not the whole franchise itself, what's going to stop valuations from going straight to the moon?
I don't see it. It's the most valuable content on television. It aggregates more eyeballs than anybody else. I think 48 of the top 50 rated television programs were all NFL. So their content is the most valuable. The game is the most dramatic. I can't remember the number of finishes that all ended with that last field goal. So it's high drama. And teams are now getting much, much better at not just picking up the national media checks, but of really driving revenue in their local markets.
Where everybody knows, obviously, that the NFL has proven to be a great investment. One of your specialties in your day job, if you will, is looking for the next great investment. Where is it in sports?
Yeah, I think you have to separate sports as an investment category: early stage, growth stage, and late stage, just like you do in tech. Late stage being NFL, MLB, and NBA. Early stage being all of the emerging leagues, the pickleballs, the Sail GPs of the world. And then in the growth stage, you have stuff like MLS, you have WNBA, growing, high revenue, but still unprofitable. And make sure you have the portfolio that's consistent with the risk that you want.
When you talk about sports 1.0 and the evolution into sports 2.0, what are you exactly referring to?
Steve has really been helping me get educated on it. I'll pass it over to Steve for that one.
So as valuations have increased, suddenly teams are finding themselves with these gigantic properties, and frankly, the table stakes have changed. Building stadiums that have just sort of seat benches and grab your popcorn and leave, those days are over. Now you got to build multi-venue kind of entertainment properties, and like it's Disney World now. You got to build Disney World, and as you build that, the cost goes up. So the entry price for a good stadium these days it starts at $2 billion, and then if you have that much overhead, you've got to keep that factory running 24/7. So for us, it was all about bringing in college football and bringing in concerts and bringing in private events, so to keep that factory running all the time. And that's really what's going on in the business of 2.0.
So that's the game-changing fact, what you just said, as to why when we rank, valuations of the league, if you own the building,
correct,
you own the story.
That's right.
You're not only having your, 8 NFL home games plus maybe some playoff games, but the concerts and all of the other events that you can put in the building, which only increases the value of the franchise.
And that's why a lot of owners are getting into this space. You'll see casino owners and real estate owners. Washington Commanders, people were bidding for that. They wanted that new real estate that's being developed.